This is Mobangem, a.k.a. MC Slice from the Collin Brothers. And you watching B Shine. Basically, while I was in elementary school, I did poetry for elementary school and so forth like that. And just the atmosphere that I'm around, living in New York City, coming from originally the Bronx, but I moved to Mount Vernon at 15 years old. So, and I still was back and forth in the Bronx, so I had the best of both worlds. And, but I also was doing music with the Collin Brothers before then. And what happens, my father always had a house in Mount Vernon, so I always was back and forth. But certain things that I've seen that made me encouraged to go out there and pursue this dream, like watching Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 4 MCs. Well, actually, there was Furious 3. Even before then was Melly Mel. I remember back in the days going to their parties. Also, the Funky 4 MCs with MC Sha Rock, Keith, KK Rockwell, and it was Raheem at the time before Rodney C. And DJ Breakout, who grew up with me uptown Bronx, you know. And I've been influenced by a lot of people like Chaos Crew. We can just go on and on and on. The list revolves, you know. One time we did a party in Connecticut, up in Bridgeport, Connecticut. And what happened was, I was surprised for me. I didn't know that when we got there, it was a battle. I'm the only MC that came, though, at that time out of my crew. It was me, Mark Collins, and Jay Collins. I was the only MC that came. And it was like 3 or 4 other guys that was there, and I had to battle them. They was from, I think, Bridgeport at a skating ring. I never forget, Mark will verify this for you. And I still won the battle. I outran all of them. And, you know, it actually came from the heart, what I did. And once I was actually a freestyler before people was freestyling. After I finished rhyming with what was on paper, which really I wrote down and I had in my mind already. But after that, I just went straight off the top of the head, and I lost them. You know, so this is a craft that I possessed many years back before guys was talking about freestyling. I've been doing this. Basically going out there grinding, doing parties, doing shows. This has became a part-time job, working with the Collin Brothers. We was actually doing parties, shows, like every weekend, sometimes twice weekend, for like, I would say 3-4 years straight. So as a teenager, this kept me out of trouble because it was a part-time job for me on the weekends to do. Instead of being with the wrong crowd, I was just with the crowd, performing for the crowd, and it kept me busy. And not even that, I love what I do. It's a passion, you know. It wasn't just about the money or anything. There was no big money in this back in the days. You know what I'm saying? You had to have a passion for it. I had support. I had more support from cousins, uncles, and so forth, you know. And I basically, and my mother, first she was kind of funny about it. I don't want to hear the hip-hop stuff. I don't hear the hip-hop crap, whatever. But she understands this is my passion. This is my life. She's old school, so it's a different era. But at the same time, she knows her son got skills, and she could tell by the way people come to me when they see me on the streets, they see me at functions and events. She knows that I do what I do, and if she's heard some of the music, so she supports me as well. You know, when you're a young artist, a lot of things people say to you sometimes could damage you if you wear your heart on your sleeve. This is a business you can't wear your heart on your sleeve. Sometimes your constructive criticism could be your best friend, because this is what's going to make you. You know, music is funny. Music changes. Times change. Things change. So you have to change the time. You can't come in this day and age talking about rhyming like you was rhyming back in the 70s and 80s. It's a whole new era. So I had to take constructive criticism from my young team who I deal with. I have a young team that I deal with. They're about maybe 23 and under. So when I'm in the studio, sometimes they be like, hey, you know, saying OG, that right there, old school. You got to bring up the par. You know, and I respect that because reason why, because they know what's happening out here right now. So this is why my spit game is different from most guys my age, because I'm still on top of my game. It gets me places where the average person can't go. Like VIP here, there, so forth. I usually don't pay for parties. When I go to a jam or go to a party, I walk through the door on VIP. It's like, You know, oh, that's Mobangem, or that's MC Slice, legend, whatever. And, you know, I'm very humble by it. I don't think I'm better than nobody else because, you know, at the end of the day, it is what it is. You know, I always try to stay neutral. But, yeah, it does help out a lot. It's like carte blanche. You know what I'm saying? It's like American Express when you go to anywhere and people respect you. You know? It's a big difference. Always stay real to your craft. Never give up what you're doing. Never let nobody discourage you. And always stay yourself. Stay neutral. Don't try to change. And don't let the game change you. Don't let the industry change you. There's a lot of, excuse my French, there's a lot of puppets out here that are pulled by a string. And the industry would tell you, well, make this, make that. And they sound good when they first come out. Some are real hot artists. And eventually, they sell out. And, you know, you might do it for money, but at the end of the day, you got to answer for it. Because you know why? Because, see, you got to look in that mirror. And if you ain't feeling good about yourself and what you did, man, you know what I'm saying? It's no good. So I always try to stay real, stay focused, stay neutral. And that's why I enjoy what I do, because this is me. I ain't trying to be nothing else but what Mobangem.